this young quarterback could make this magic happen, and yet here we are in a national championship. He has performed well, eliminated mistakes, and had great poise and composure, especially for his age, every step of the way. But tonight is a different story. Can this young player have that same level of composure? We'll find out, and his coach says he expects the exact same type of kid that he's shown he could be all season long. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. The shotgun handoff here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Keeping the defense honest with the run game, always important. Plus, this offense is staying on schedule.
They're going to run it here. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going there.
Well, that is too easy right down the center of that defense. Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line. Guard, center, guard. Getting the job done, covering up color, and that's an easy run for a big gain from this back.
Handoff from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Got the first down and still motoring. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game. And the Tar Heels pick up enough yardage for a first down. Looking for some space. It's Francis. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain. Sets him up first down at the 33.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off. The offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football. And here on first down, you move the chains. You just continue to get that ball moving down the field. Well, Chris, it's kind of like rinse and repeat on these sets of downs here. Quality run on first down, move the chains on 2nd and 3rd down, and stay on the field. This line is doing one heck of a job, in particular on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
The back is always a good option in the passing game, and the quarterback knows that he has a guy that is very consistent catching the ball out of the backfield. I think the defense is going to have to adjust. This is a first down. It's an easy first down. They're going to have to start doing something in their scheme to stop the running back out of the backfield. Great read by the quarterback in the RPO game. Run pass option. He's reading the defender on the outside, and as soon as that defender defends the pass, he's going to hand the football off. Look at the crease. Beautiful play, and an easy pickup for this offense.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
They tackle the receiver, but they gain enough to move the ball inside the 10. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. And they'll make the tackle, but it'll bring up 4th down. They are in field goal range. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Back in motion now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. The Oklahoma Sooners offense gets their first crack now. What an opportunity for this team. It's a program that has national championship DNA, but they fell short last year. Is this group capable of getting back to the winner's circle?
Well, it's certainly the DNA of this program, Chris. You're exactly right. And as a player, you really understand when you put this jersey on, you are rated by championships. That's your legacy, and that's your opportunity right in front of you.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Boy, that is such good timing by the defender. Chris, they're trying to get the ball to the tight end, but right as the ball arrives, you can tell there's some contact there, and he's able to jar it loose and create the incompletion.
Tackle, but 1st down. The Sooners will crank up the tempo.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
No huddle now for the offense. Dropping back, it's Gonzalez. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. A positive start for this freshman, Joel, who's had such a solid season. The defense, frankly, hoping they could rattle this young guy in a playoff game, but he looks good there.
Chris, he looks so calm to your point, and that's something that I was even wondering about, is what his nerves were going to be like as a young player in this environment. Remember, it's a veteran player's game in this day and age in college football. We don't see many freshmen succeeding in this position in this moment, and yet here he is, calm as a cucumber and just dealing down the field.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And after the play, looks like a man is shaken up. Certainly hoping his championship game is not over. Here we go. His 7th play of this drive in the championship game. 3rd down and short. With some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Moves out of the pocket. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the 1st down himself. And the Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
I know his teammates are going to love this. They love the physical run and finish by this quarterback. But I got to tell you what, as a coach, you would love to see him get this 1st down and then get down and not take this big hit at the end.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Got an opening here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down by a solid 9 yards gain. Sets up a 2nd and short. Getting set for the 2nd quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the 1st quarter at all. Getting set here now for the 2nd period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
These are those little body punches in a heavyweight fight. You get a 1st down with the run game. The defense starts getting frustrated. Watch those safeties. If they start creeping up near the line of scrimmage, now you've got them as an offensive play caller. You can get to the play-action pass and take a shot over the top.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They strike first in this national title bout. And for this offense, that possession was more like it. Maybe they flushed out some of the early nerves in this championship game. Really executed that time to jump on top.
I totally agree. That first series, it really didn't look like them. We've covered them all year long, in particular down this stretch run. And that first series really wasn't what they were all about. But this is the brand of football that we have seen over the last few weeks. It's efficient, it's physical, and in particular on the outside, these guys can go and get it. So beautiful drive right there. It's sticking in the end zone, garnering that early momentum. Huge for a national championship game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
This is exactly what this defense wanted to do, was get this quarterback off of his spot. And here he's got to escape to the right side of the field. And now he's on the run. And he is just not that accurate. Once he's on the run, there's contact, and it's an incompletion.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
Receiver makes the grab. Brought down short of that 1st down. It's going to set up a 4th and 4. Hold on, Joe. Looks like this offense is going to go for it on 4th down at their own end of the field. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Grab down the middle. It's Butler. He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a 1st down with plenty to spare. They continue to feed the freshman wide receiver. He might be a young guy, Joel, but you can see off this huge season, they have a lot of trust in him on this big stage.
As they should, Chris. He is such a great player, and it reminds me of the last few years. We've had Malachi Toney, Jeremiah Smith. Think of these young wide receivers.
It's caught, and he's got a lane. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield. And the Tar Heels offense is on the move now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down marker.
To defend the screen well, the defense, you've got to recognize what's going on right away. I thought that their recognition was just a touch slow, but credit them in the pursuit.
He's got a crease. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
This is a good call and really good execution. It takes some patience, first from the quarterback, getting those eyes downfield. But for this draw to be successful, I think it's all about that pass set from the offensive lineman. They got to really sell that pass set in order to get the defensive lineman up the field, and then there you go for a nice little run. Good job by the running back as well. Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now. Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking for a man. Pass rush closing in.
This is exactly what makes this quarterback so effective is you can do everything right down the field. The secondary is preventing this ball from going down the field, and yet he uses the athleticism to get himself into a short yardage. Now, you look at this down and distance, this is a great time to be aggressive, convert, trying to do all the things that put pressure on the defense.
Touchdown, Tar Heels. They begin to fight back here in this championship game. So this offense responds after falling behind. A satisfying drive, but also a relief till they get in the end zone. They match the earlier score from their opponent, and now they can feel better about things.
Way better about things. You don't want to go down multiple scores, in particular in a championship environment. Great job executing by this group, and now if I'm the offensive coordinator, I look at that drive, and I ask myself, what's working? How can I attack this defense moving forward? Take the success that you've already had and replicate that in later drives.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The Sooners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice, productive game for this offense.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain. It's Gonzalez. On the move now. Oh, they trap him for a sack. Now we get a timeout from the Tar Heels. That's going to be their first. Big fourth down play coming up as they decide what to call. The Sooners will have to kick this away. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And he takes it around the 20. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Nice grab. It's Butler. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Looking to throw here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
We normally see this guy make this play, and as a big tight end, you've got to play through contact. You've got to expect that you're going to get contacted right when that ball arrives, and it looked like he was almost surprised. He's got to make that catch.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. They'll kick it away here. Oh, the ball on the ground. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out.
I always hold my breath when these returners start to try to fight for extra yardage, and here the ball hits the ground. But he is so fortunate that this bounces right back to them, and their offense can come on the field. That was almost a massive turnover in this game.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining in the first half clock. Dropping back, it's Gonzalez. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a catch! Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. 1st and 10 now for the offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Under pressure, just lets it go. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
And this pass is on target, caught. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
These simple curl routes are so difficult to defend. From a defense's perspective, you got to try to anticipate and jump this route. But you better beware. If he double moves, he's gone.
And the Sooners now will take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He escapes the pocket. Impressive spin there. And the defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Sooners. Still no answer for this offensive machine. To cap it off with a touchdown, we talked about the importance of this drive. Getting to the end zone before halftime, and now to get the football to begin the 3rd quarter, Joel, what an opportunity.
That opportunity to double up is so massive. Every coach that we talk to, Chris, talks about the middle portion of the games and owning and winning the middle portion of these games, leading into half and then right out of halftime. Well, they've done half of that. Now can they capitalize early in the 3rd quarter with another drive?
So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made down the middle. North Carolina will use their 2nd timeout here. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's broken up. Great play by the DB, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to begin the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. We're set to get the third quarter going, but let's find out what Holly Rowe has learned on the sidelines. Holly?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. Their team is leading right now on offense, but his message in the locker room, we are not done. He wants them to come out swinging here to start the third quarter. They have got to set the tone. If a national championship is in reach, it all starts right now on the opening drive. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. More of the same for this offense early in the third quarter in this crucial game, Joel. They're going to the target that really hasn't been stopped by this defense yet.
Chris, they've tried man coverage. They've tried zone coverage. At this point, I think it has to be a double team. Look for a bracket. You've got to bracket this wide receiver, or they're just going to wear him out en route to a win.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. They continue to feed the running back who's been a big part of building this lead. Joe, you wonder at halftime, is the defense going to do something to try to contain this guy, slow him down anyway?
Chris, I certainly thought they would adjust on that defensive side like you suggest, but if they don't, why not just feed him over and over and over again? If they're not going to stop it, don't go broke taking a profit.
Back to pass. It's Gonzalez. The receiver makes the catch. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. And the Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chain.
It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there. The Sooners are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Tackle made inside the 10. They'll spot the ball at the 7. The Sooners looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's got it right near the end zone. Coming up, second down and goal. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This offense really clicking.
This guy has such a nose for the goal line now. Second rushing touchdown of the game, and I'm telling you, anytime he's close, he's getting that ball across the goal line. There is no doubt about it. He is so good in that situation.
Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. And it's a bunch formation. First down, looking to throw the football. Coming after him. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drop Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
This is the benefit of playing zone defense on.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick throw over the middle. The tight end makes the catch downfield. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare. And the Tar Heels lining up here on 1st and 10. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense.
He's got space. They stop him, but it's a 1st down. They lean on the running back to get the 1st down. He's had a solid game, Joe. To me, even though they're behind on the scoreboard, no reason to panic and get away. Breaks into the clear. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. So a solid game for this running back right out of the gate here in the second half. There's no panic in the offense here, Joe. They got to continue to feature the hot hand here.
Well, Chris, there's no doubt he's been the most effective part of this offense so far today. And I think if they're going to come all the way back and win this game, it's going to be because he has a monster day. So why not establish him right here in the 3rd quarter? I really like that plan.
Hand it off for a draw. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front 7. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
He's in the clear. Brings toward the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. Still no answer for this offense.
Right back in this football game. That's a big score here in the 3rd quarter to try to cut into that deficit. And this is a very different feel now with the defense coming on the field. You get a stop, get the ball back for an offense that's created some momentum.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And let's check in with Holly Rowe from her sidelines vantage point.
Reporting from the Oklahoma sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. Defense is coming after him. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Looking to pass. It's Gonzalez. Caught over the middle. It's Walker. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. And the Sooners will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, Chris, in modern football, having a back that can catch the ball out of the backfield is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. And here
breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. He will not be caught. Touchdown, Sooners.
Chris, I always talk about it. Timing and accuracy from the quarterback create these yards after the catch. And here he's able to put the ball on time and on target. And it affords the wide receiver the ability to run after the catch into the end zone. That is beautiful football, offensive football 101.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Time to check in now with Holly Rowe on the sidelines.
Here on the North Carolina sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's York. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
I really like the execution from this quarterback and wide receiver. Watch as they're on the same page and then on the same timing. If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes, it's got to be framed up and it's got to be thrown on time. Both of those happen, and it's completion for this offense.
And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. One quarter to decide who will win the national championship. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing.
Breaking ankles out there. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Touchdown, North Carolina. This quarterback on fire today. The Tar Heels punch right back. Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? They'll hand it off. Look out, he's breaking free. Break. Now here he goes. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. The Sooners come to the line to run the hurry up. They continue to lean on the running back. He's had a solid game. And when you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joel, you love to be able to just turn and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they really start chewing up the yardage.
They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game. The offense going with the hurry up.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
Picked off a crucial turnover. Could take it all the way.
Chris, I think the true measure of a quarterback is not how you're playing when everything's going well, but how quickly can you bounce back from a mistake. And here, interceptions are going to happen, but what does the quarterback do moving forward? How quickly can he get back into rhythm?
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last position. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation. And the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
He keeps it. Can he get there? Got an opening here. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A huge play here in the ultimate game.
This is such a great decision as he's attacking the defense, making reads. He's got that slot player as his option pitch, but he doesn't have a defender there taking him. So, Chris, he goes upfield, and no one's there to stop him, and he's into the end zone.
Here's the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. When they try them little, but stuffed for no gain. The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football, create contact to knock it loose.
Looking to throw. It's Gonzalez. The pressure's on. Oh, had a chance at another interception. Couldn't quite hold on. But it's going to be fourth down. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Gets the first and still running. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll go right back to him on first down. He's got a crease. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. This running back just continues a monster performance in this championship game. Joel, they're feeding the hot hand. Interesting to see how they play it in this must-score drive.
Chris, I think a lot of it depends on what the defense does here. As they get conservative, why not allow your running back to chew up these yards? With this situation and the points that you need, I think you can still go to him. It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
So the clock has stopped, and we've reached the last 2 minutes here. Important second down play coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The shotgun, here's an inside give. Touchdown, UNC. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, I'm just so impressed with their execution. To clutch up like that, they had to have it, and they punched it in the end zone. You know, can you play your best when your best is needed? They just did that right there. That's a great drive.
Point after, up and good. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Oklahoma offense comes out there needing to deliver on this possession late in a tight game. Enormous importance on this possession down in the national championship game. Scanning the field. It's Gonzalez. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
Bringing pressure. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Chris, he's really got to be aware of where he is on the field. He was dangerously close to that pocket line. If he's inside the pocket, that really should have been grounding. To my eye, it looked like he was inside.
And it's hauled in way downfield. And the freshman brought down after making an excellent catch. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. Looking to scramble. He's got the first down and more. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They've still got 1 more left to work with. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pressure is coming. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? The receiver grabs it. And the Sooners now will take a timeout. That's their last one. It can no longer stop the clock with a timeout. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Running out of time in the pocket. Just trying to get rid of it. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Chris, they can't punt here. They can't guarantee that they get this ball back if they kick it away. So here it is. Here's the game. It's 4th down. Got to convert.
Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. 4th down. Looking to throw for it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs during the late stages of this game. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. We're watching something this team will savor forever, not to mention the fans. The first ever national title for this program. You think about all the teams, all the times they came close, all the times they were nowhere near this. And finally, this is the group to come through and make history.
Chris, when I think about college football, and you and I have talked about this, you think about it being run by blue bloods and how difficult it is to break through and actually become a group that can call themselves national champions. So yes, the legacy of this program, that's obvious. But it's the legacy for college football. Now every group that puts on this uniform will think they can also climb the mountain.
To punctuate another wild, exciting season of college football, one final salute for this season's national champions. For Joel Platt, Holly Rowe, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.